You know, everybody has a favorite Halloween horror movie that they dust off every October, but what if we decided to count down the best of the best? The horror movies that defined spooky season. From cult VHS gems to pumpkin-soaked slashers to the one that started them all. What if we had the ultimate list of the October 31st Halloween icons? That's exactly what we're gonna do by counting down the 10 best Halloween horror films of all time. So pop that tape in, I got you, let's go do this. All right, so these are movies that really center on Halloween itself, take place on Halloween, really involve Halloween, not just spooky season movies, all right? So these are kind of more laser focused for the most part. Let's start with number 10 in a made-for-TV movie from 1985, Midnight Hour. This TV film, like I said, comes from 1985, but it became a cult favorite despite being made for TV, and for good reason. You have to imagine an ABC primetime special where werewolves, vampires, zombies, and all of the campy Halloween vibes came to life straight out of the 80s everything vibe that it threw at you, because it was goofy, spooky, and it feels like pure Halloween comfort food when you watch it, if you can find a place to watch it. But what makes it special is the tone. It's playful, but it's still filled with monsters, and the soundtrack is great with tracks like Clap for the Wolfman or Bad Moon Rising. It's pure seasonal magic. It's like someone bottled up a night in a small town on Halloween and said, let's make a movie using this. And for a lot of fans, it was really gateway horror, airing right on TV where kids could stumble onto it. It's cheesy, but essential. It belongs on this list. The Midnight Hour comes in at number 10. Now, number 9 is where Halloween goes full cult horror classic with 1988's Night of the Demons. Night of the Demons is a story of a group of teens throwing a Halloween party inside a funeral parlor. And of course, things go terribly wrong, demonically wrong. As a matter of fact, this one drips with 80s sleaze, 80s gore and practical effects, gloriously gnarly practical effects in this one. And Linnea Quigley's infamous lipstick scene is the stuff of VHS rental legend. Beyond the shock of it all, though, it is got that perfect Halloween aesthetic. Costumes, pumpkins, haunted house vibes, all of that, everything that you want in October Halloween viewing. This is the kind of movie that lived forever thanks to VHS rentals and passed around, said, watch this if you dare, have you seen this yet, all that kind of stuff. And it just built this legend over the years, and once you saw it, you never forgot it. It's a Halloween staple, a cult classic. Night of the Demons earns its spot here at number 9. Now, at number 8, I might get some pushback, but I will defend it. It is 1991's Ernest, Scared Stupid. Yep, you heard me. Ernest. Do not sleep on Ernest, Scared Stupid. It's goofy, it's campy, but it's one of the few kids Halloween movies that actually managed to still be scary, because the trolls were terrifying and they're basically sucking the life force out of children and turning them into little wooden dolls. The movie gave a generation of kids, including me, some nightmares. And I was like flirting with being a teenager when this came out, even though it's technically a family film. The rubber suit monsters were genuinely grotesque. How about a bumper sandwich, booger lips? It came from killer clowns from outer space, and it's like it dared to be a bit darker of a family kids horror film. And Ernest himself brings Jim Varney was awesome. He brings us his usual cartoonish charm, and he reacts scared the same way we would or a kid would. And there's something so charming and so charismatic about that. It's one of those rare family Halloween movies that still plays great today. My kids have loved it. Now that they're teenagers, they still love it. A perfect pick if you want something fun, nostalgic, and still surprisingly creepy. Ernest Scared Stupid required Halloween viewing. It comes in at number 8. Now at number 7, I'm going to go with a deep cut that I still think belongs here. It is so Halloween centered, and it's got so much 80s vibes, and a lot of people are just rediscovering it for the first time. 1987's Trick or Treat. Here, it's a deep cut VHS classic. There is no doubt about that. It is a heavy metal Halloween horror film about a teenage outcast who plays a record backwards, something that in the 80s we were all about, play the record backwards for some kind of satanic, scary message. It'll do this. But when he does it, it accidentally resurrects his rock idol who just passed away, only to discover that the guy is a demonic killer. It's part horror movie, part music video fever dream, cameos from Ozzy Osbourne and Gene Simmons in this one. The soundtrack is awesome, pure 80s metal and Halloween atmosphere. You've got pumpkins, you've got costumes, you've got late night high school chaos. It's got a little campiness to it. It's loud, it's over the top, but if you grew up renting horror VHS tapes for Halloween back in the 80s, this is one you would have bragged about seeing. I think everything is there. I often say this is Weird Science if it were a horror movie set on Halloween. I think it is perfect. It needs to continue to grow in popularity with its new 4K release. It is absolutely awesome. Trick or Treat from 1987, one of the best to do it. It comes in at number 7. Now, number 6, we have one that's all about Halloween costumes, the traditions of Halloween, the foundations of Halloween, and it gets out there, man. I'm talking 1982's Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. It's the black sheep of the Halloween franchise, there is no doubt, but it is one of the best Halloween movies ever made. You got Tom Atkins, that charming son of a bitch in there, and you got to love him the whole way. No Michael Myers, no knife, but you have Tom Atkins. Don't ever forget that. Instead of Michael Myers, though, we get a sinister Halloween mask company trying to unleash the pagan ritual through TV commercials and these masks. It's bizarre. It's creepy. The Silver Shamrock jingle, which is set to the London Bridge, is falling down, and I can't play it here because they'll ding me. It is pure nightmare fuel. Really, though, it is a serious earworm that will drive you nuts. For years, fans rejected it, including this one. I wanted Michael Myers back then when it came out, but over the years, it has become a cult favorite to the point where some people are like, oh, I always love that. No, you didn't. But you should, because it's one of the best Halloween horror films ever made. The Halloween setting, the small town, the Halloween history, the Halloween mask, the commercials, the trick-or-treating, all this kind of stuff. Just 100% Halloween vibes. You will never forget it. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, comes in at number 6. Now, number 5 on this list, I may also get some pushback, but I think it captures Halloween and old school nostalgia of watching TV on Halloween to perfection. It is 2023's Late Night with the Devil, a modern entry that proves that Halloween horror is still alive and kicking. Late Night with the Devil takes us back to the late 70s talk show where a Halloween special goes terribly wrong on live television. The way it's shot, it mixes archival footage with real horror, and that kind of makes it chillingly authentic. I mean, they used real 70s studio cameras mixed with stock camera footage from back then, all kinds of stuff blended together, digital camera shots, all this stuff to give it that authentic, I'm watching this live Halloween horror show go wrong. It's inventive. It's all set on Halloween night. You have people in costumes. They really push the Halloween setting, Halloween commercial vibes, all that kind of stuff. It pushes the creep factor. This one's already becoming a word of mouth sensation really fast. It's got beautiful physical media releases all over the place because it's awesome. And I think in the years ahead, it will sit comfortably among this top 10 for everyone for Halloween horror movies. Late Night with the Devil, I am a big fan. It comes in at number 5. All right, at number 4, just hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. It's 2020's Hubie Halloween. And if you follow me, this is probably not a surprise, but I believe it's all here. I think Adam Sandler accidentally made one of the most Halloween vibed movies ever. I mean, ever. Hubie Halloween isn't scary, not at all, really, but it nails the Halloween atmosphere. The small town streets lined with decorations, costumes, trick-or-treaters. It feels like walking through Halloween night itself. And on top of that, they set it in actual Salem, Massachusetts, where they filmed it, like the mecca of all things Halloween. It's Salem, right? Sandler plays a lovable dork who stumbles into a murder mystery. It's goofy, yes, but it's endlessly rewatchable, particularly in October. It's like Hocus Pocus for a new generation, but with a little more sassiness to it, I guess. A little bit more adult humor thrown in there too. And maybe even more Halloween vibes. You've got everything from haunted houses to trick-or-treating. Everything is thrown at the wall in this one. Halloween comfort food at its finest. Whether you love it or roll your eyes at it, I do not care. Hubie Halloween is soaked in all things Halloween. It gives you all those vibes. It earns its spot here at number 4. All right, and at number 3, if you were waiting on it, here it is, 1993's Hocus Pocus. You had to have this here, right? This is the Halloween movie that defined the 90s. For millennials, I'm a Gen Xer right at the end of Gen X, but for millennials and me, Hocus Pocus was the ultimate spooky season comfort film. Now, I was in high school when this came out, but that didn't stop me from enjoying it then. It doesn't stop me from enjoying it now. I think it is a blast. The Sanderson sisters, Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kathy Najimy, over-the-top icons, the little boyfriend-girlfriend kind of love affair that was hot with me when I was a teenager in high school. You got the witches, you've got talking black cats, candlelit cemeteries, zombies, trick-or-treating, chaos all over the place. Again, Salem, Massachusetts type setting, actually filmed there. All of these old Halloween witch stories, everything kind of brought to life in what is basically a Halloween fairy tale. It was not a huge hit in the theaters when it came out, but thanks to the last years, really big years of VHS, it became super popular. Then you had endless TV airings, and that made it a seasonal event, part of the cultural zeitgeist, a pop culture icon that has now spawned a sequel in recent years. Today, it is basically as essential to Halloween as carving a pumpkin. Hocus Pocus, no question. It had to be on this list, and high on this list. It comes in at number 3. Now, number 2 on this list, I almost want to put number 1 on this list. I really think 1 and 2 are basically tied. But just for sake of argument, I'm going to put 2007's Trick or Treat here at number 2. If one movie captures the spirit of Halloween better than any other, it's Trick or Treat. An anthology film that weaves together multiple stories all happening on the same Halloween night across the same little small town, and all of it being kind of spun by Little Sam, a Halloween icon with a pumpkin head and all that stuff, basically a mascot of spooky season at this point. But what makes it great is it kind of captures every side of the Halloween holiday. You got kids trick-or-treating, creepy neighbors, haunted legends, bloody revenge, all that kind of stuff. You've got monsters in here. It's scary, legit scary, gory, funny, gorgeous to look at. Halloween lights, costumes, pumpkins lit all over the place, fall imagery, leaves falling, all that stuff. It feels like a perfect Halloween night with all the elements just kind of bottled up and put onto one film reel. For horror fans, this one went from being a cult favorite to essential viewing. I want sequels to this one. If you haven't seen it yet, make it a yearly watch. It is high on my 31 Days of Halloween watch list. Make sure you check out that video. It's essential viewing. I think it is one of the top 10 horror films of all time. It is that good, and it is everything about Halloween. I love Trick or Treat. Incredible 4K. You can find this everywhere. It had to be high on this list. For me, it's tied at the top spot, but I'm going to just, for sake of argument, have it here at number 2. And that just leaves number 1, and is there really a question? It's 1978's Halloween. John Carpenter, my second favorite director of all time, just touch behind Steven Spielberg. Of course, this is the one that kind of started it all. It gave birth to the modern slasher film as we know it. John Carpenter's Halloween is the reason October feels like horror movie season. The haunting synth score, the piano off time in there too, the suburban streets, the babysitters, the mass killers, trick-or-treaters, the shape lurking everywhere in the shadows. It's not just a horror movie, it's everything, the blueprint for every slasher that followed in the Halloween season, even though it was filmed in the spring. If you want all kinds of facts about this movie and the franchise, make sure you check out my 31 Scary Facts video about the Halloween franchise to dive more in this spooky season. So much fun, and you get to see more of what makes it at the top of this list for Halloween horror movies. 40 plus years later, it still hovers over the genre and Halloween night. One movie on Halloween, if you can only pick one, it's got to be this one. It never gets old. It is so much fun. Halloween 1978, of course, takes the top spot on this list. So there you have it, the 10 best Halloween horror films of all time. From those cult VHS gems to modern classics, from witches to mass killers, this watch list right here, this rankings list is full of movies that define the Halloween holiday and spooky season itself. But I want to know, which one of these is your go-to? Do you have others that are go-tos for Halloween? I know there's lots of them out there. Not everything focuses on Halloween itself. There's lots of great ones. Lady in White is out there. I know that's a good one. Halloween Tree. I've got all kinds of lists. You're going to see these on. The Guest is another recent one that has Halloween vibes to it. You have so much out there. Let me know, what are your favorites? And if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. If you really want to support the channel, you can join my Patreon. Link below. You're going to get special versions of a lot of the videos I do here, uncensored versions of those videos, but you're also going to get behind the scenes looks at my filmmaking, 4K movie reviews, all kinds of stuff, special members only videos, and so much more. And of course, you'll get your name and lights on every single video, and everything goes back in to support the channel, and I really do appreciate it. But until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Stay safe. Carve a pumpkin, stay spooky. Bye-bye. I know.